In the world of AI, things move ridiculously fast. But every now and then something happens that feels like a genuine earthquake. And folks, that might be exactly what we're seeing right now. A brand new AI model has just stepped onto the scene, and the early signs are pointing to one thing. We might have a new king of code. So here's the headline that's got everyone talking. The core claim is that a new model from a company called Anthropic has just leapfrogged the absolute giants. We're talking OpenAI and Google in a really critical area. The big question is this just hype, or is this a real shift in power? We need to look at the evidence. Get this, someone actually said OpenAI is officially in second place. Just let that sink in. For years, they've been the undisputed leader. So a statement like this, it's a massive deal. But what does this really mean for all the people out there actually building stuff with these tools every single day? Okay, so if you're a developer, if you work with code, you need to listen up, because the message here is pretty urgent. The claim is that the tool that so many of us rely on just isn't the best one for the job anymore, especially when it comes to the hard stuff, the really complex software engineering tasks. So let's get into the data behind this. So how do we know for sure this isn't just a bunch of hot air? Well, it all comes down to one single incredibly important test, the SWE-bench. And this isn't some theoretical academic quiz. Oh no, this thing is designed to see if an AI can solve real-world coding problems. And the results? Well, the results are turning a lot of heads. This is it. This is the number that's changing everything. 80.9%. Anthropic's new model scored an 80.9% on that SWE-bench. Now, that number might not sound crazy on its own, but trust me, in the world of AI coding tests, a score this high is a monumental leap forward. So why does that number matter so much? It's because of what SWE-bench actually is. This isn't about solving clean, simple puzzles. The test is made up of real bugs, real issues, pulled straight from GitHub projects. We're talking about the messy, complicated, frustrating problems that developers deal with every single day. It is the ultimate test of real-world coding skill. And what this sets up is a classic David versus Goliath story, right? On one side, you've got the titans, OpenAI and Google, the established giants. And on the other, you have Anthropic, the challenger, who looks like they just landed a knockout punch. Let's see how they really stack up. And this chart, wow, it just puts everything into perspective. You can see Anthropic's model way out in front at nearly 81%. And the other models, the so-called titans from OpenAI and Google, on this specific crucial test, they're not even in the same ballpark. This isn't just a small win, it's an absolute landslide. So let's just spell it out. On one side, you have the challenger, Anthropic, who now holds the crown for solving these tough, real-world engineering problems. And on the other side, you have the titans, OpenAI and Google, who have been completely surpassed on this critical benchmark. This is a fundamental shift in the AI power dynamic. Okay, so it's better at a test, big deal, right? Well, this is why it's a true game changer. The answer is all about what this thing can actually do. This isn't just about spitting out code snippets a little bit faster. We're talking about a whole new level of capability. Here's the secret sauce. Previous models, they were pretty good at writing fresh code, but this model's real magic is that it can understand, debug, and fix code that already exists inside complex projects. It can actually solve those nightmare problems that take human engineers hours or even days to figure out. That is why people are calling it the best model in history for software engineering. I mean, just imagine this workflow for a second. First, the AI swallows an entire project, the whole code base. Then, all on its own, it hunts down and identifies a deep, nasty bug buried somewhere in that system. And finally, and this is the amazing part, it doesn't just tell you how to fix it. It writes the patch and applies the fix itself. That's a huge step towards a true AI partner for developers. So all of this really leads to one pretty provocative question. With a new model that is so incredibly good at this one specific complex task, is ChatGPT dead? Are we maybe entering a new era where we don't have one AI to rule them all, but instead developers will use a whole toolbox of different specialized AIs? That's the future that this new development is pointing towards.